In 1950, the F-86 was under development, but was not battle-ready. The best American fighter jet available at the time was the F-80. It was a good aircraft on paper, but no match for the MiG-15s. The MiGs were like lightning. At first, the MiG-15 pilots simply flew along the Yellow River in an effort to tempt American aircraft into Chinese airspace. But on November 8th, a section of 4 of the communist jets ventured too far and was boxed in by 4 F-80s and into the first all-jet air combat in history. On the following day, a U.S. Navy F-9F Panther pilot flying off the deck of the USS Philippine Sea also downed a Chinese MiG. But the combat was not all one way. On November 10th, Chinese jets shot down a B-29 heavy bomber. The MiG was now seriously threatening to deny the UN the air superiority they had previously enjoyed. In December 1950, the United States sent in the F-84 Thunderjet, an escort fighter, and at long last its latest fighter, the F-86 Sabre, to take on the MiGs. The Thunderjet had a distinguished record during the Korean conflict. Although the F-84B and the F-84C could not be deployed because their J-35 engines had a service life of only 40 hours, the F-84D and F-84E entered combat with the 27th Fighter Escort Group on December 7, 1950. The aircraft were initially tasked with escorting the B-29 bombers. The first Thunderjet air-to-air victory against a MiG-15 was scored on January 21, 1951, at the cost of 2 F-84s. The F-84 was a generation behind the swept-wing Soviet MiG-15 and outmatched, especially when the MiGs were flown by Soviet pilots, and the MiG counter-air mission was soon given to the F-86 Sabre. Like its famous predecessor, the P-47, the F-84 switched to the low-level interdiction role at which it excelled. The F-84 flew a total of 86,408 missions, dropping 55,586 tons of bombs and 6,129 tons of napalm. The USAF claimed F-84s were responsible for 60% of all ground targets destroyed in the war. Notable F-84 operations included the 1952 attack on the Suiho Dam. During the war, the F-84 became the first USAF fighter to utilize aerial refueling, which allowed them to linger over targets much longer. In aerial combat, F-84 pilots were credited with 8 MiG-15 kills against the loss of 64 Soviet-built aircraft.